Welcome to our program on Kardec Radio.
Hello dear friends, welcome back to Spiritism and the Media here on Kardec Radio. Today I'm bringing again the book Endearing Gems from Francisco Candido Xavier. This book is a book that brings many different messages from Francisco Xavier himself, from the spirits André Luiz, Emmanuel. So there are many different messages here. This was published by SAB, the Spiritist Alliance for Books, so it is available in English. And the message that I'm bringing today for us to study, for us to reflect, is the message Seeds. So let's see, this message is a message by Emmanuel from the book Nós, We. So let's see what Emmanuel has to tell us here. Seeds. Let your words of faith landing in the soil of the hearts be seeds of the future. Charity is also the spreading of hope and courage to friends who are on the verge of being discouraged in their struggles for the victory of goodness. Whenever possible, throw a paddle of love and optimism to those around you who are awakening to the knowledge of spiritual life. The wind of time will transport what you said for the good of others, and from your words, the fruit of peace and blessing will surge around you, enveloping you in vibrations of trust and joy. So here we have the seeds, and we have already studied in the past the parable of the seed. I brought it here for us to read, and just bringing that back to our minds. What we see in the parable of the seeds basically is that we can throw seeds all around us, and depending on the soil, the seed will grow, or the seed will stagnate, or the seed will go away. So we are always spreading seeds around us, but depending on the soil, the seed may or may not grow. But what Emmanuel is saying here is different from the parable of the seeds, because in the parable of the seeds we see more about the soil, and here we are seeing about the seeds that we are, the seeds that we need to throw, that we are throwing throughout our life. And Emmanuel is comparing those seeds to words. So let's see here the first sentence. Let your words of faith landing in the soil of the hearts be seeds of the future. So it's very important, especially because we talk here about media, about communication. It's very important to have that in mind, that our words are seeds. So with that in mind, we can think, okay, what do I want to send as a seed? What do I want to grow in other people's soil, in other people's life? So what am I telling that? What am I giving to them? So with that in mind, we can rethink about what we say in our daily lives, about the words that we use, about the things that we say, what we bring out of our mouth. So we can think about sending good seeds. And for example, do I want a beautiful flower, or do I want a weed in other people's life? What is that I'm bringing? Do I want something that will grow, or do I want something that will be stagnant for a whole life? And he says here, the example, charity is also the spreading of hope and courage to friends who are on the verge of being discouraged in their struggles for the victory of goodness. So with our words, we can do charitable work. We can do charity unto others with the words that are going to uplift others. So when we go there and we tweet, for example, what am I sending that? Am I sending a message of hate, as we see around us today, or am I sending a message of hope? Because many times a small sentence that we share can make a difference to someone's day. Many times, let's bring that to ourselves. If I wake up feeling bad, if I wake up in a bad mood, and I go there, I open my Instagram and I see someone send an uplifting message, maybe that's the exact message, the exactly words that I needed to hear, that I needed to read. So that can change my day. That can give the feel that I need to start my day better. And so the same way that those words can help us, let's think about giving others those words. So what can I do in my daily life? So some small actions that can help others to have a better day. So that's something that we should always keep in mind. Many times can be a simple good morning when we see someone in the street, when we arrive to work, when we see a neighbor. Many times just by saying good morning, we can make that person feel better. The same way that many times just by listening a good morning, we can feel better. And let's see, whenever possible, through a path of love and optimism to those around you, you are awakening to the knowledge, who are awakening to the knowledge of spiritual life. So we know that we have many people around us, all of us, we are in different levels of this spiritual life, of this, of our own involvement. So many times we are helping others. It's the same way that others are helping us. So let's think about that as well, but showing and throwing optimism to others the same way that we want to receive optimism from others. And the last one again, the wind of time will transport what you said to the others for the good of others, and from your words, the fruits of peace and blessing will surge around you, enveloping you in vibrations of trust and joy, because we know that what we send, we receive, because we are sending those vibrations, we are connecting ourselves with those vibrations. So by sending love, by sending good words, we are attracting those good words to ourselves, because we are connecting. It's like a radio station. I connect the radio that I want to listen. So by connecting, by dialing to that station, I will receive those songs that I want to listen. So the same way with the words, by sending those words, I am connecting with that, I am receiving them as well in my life. So let's think about that when we act in our daily lives, when you talk about media, about communication, about being out there and sharing our words to the world and sharing our feeds, those seeds that we have to the world. And so now I'm bringing a message from the book Happy Life by Joana de Angelis, channeled by Divaldo Pereira Franco. I'm opening it randomly here. So I have here lesson number 181. Love is life's greatest lesson. Without love, goals have no meaning, leaving people at the mercy of their lower passions. Love disperses negativity, shadows, and infuses gentleness into every act. Therefore, love everyone and everything. Practice loving nature, resplendent in the sun, air, water, trees, flowers, fruits, animals, and human beings. Let yourself be moved by the silent invitations that the Divine Father extends to you, and power out your emotions on all things, softening yourself on the inside. The more you love, the less the claws of evil will reach you, for your heightened awareness will broaden your connection with life, and you will harvest only the effects of peace. Thank you so much for your company. May God bless all of us. See you next week.